Ford just did something that I think is pretty damn admirable. They revealed the fact that they are hopelessly inept at making electric cars. They are. They're good. The cars are good, but the prices are crazy. They revealed that they're losing $20,000 per car sold. Now, clearly Ford surely can't be losing $20,000 per car sold for the Mustang Mach-E. Surely, right? Well, we know they're losing billions, but I think a lot of those billions are coming from production of the F150. I've said this many times on the channel. I'm sure you're sick of hearing it. And I said this way before that we actually knew this was real. Ford are losing insane amounts of money on the F-150 electric pickup truck. Insane amounts. Well, after that, they raised the prices 4 times. This is the 5th time they've raised prices since they first revealed their electric truck. Hello, my friends, and welcome to the channel. I'm the Electric Viking. Great to see you. My name's Sam Evans. Thank you for tuning in. Welcome to all the new subscribers. Great to have you here. And welcome back, everyone else. If you're into EVs, batteries, renewable energy, this is the channel because we make more videos about those things than anyone else on YouTube. 2,900 over the past 22 months since we started this channel. Ford have raised prices of the Lightning again. This time by, well, the most popular model, a lot of money. It's a big increase. In fact, it's about 8.5%. That's a big number, especially when you consider the fact that they've already increased the price on 4 separate occasions. Ford has confirmed to Automotive News that the 2023 F-150 Lightning has received yet another price increase. The first time was last December. The latest increase is raising some eyebrows. People are going, when is this going to end? Is it ever going to end? Well, honestly, Ford will still be making a loss on these. So maybe not. Really depends on how much more money Ford continues to bleed. Ford lost money on every single car they sold on average. If you average it out across their fleet, I'm pretty sure they made money on their gasoline-powered vehicles, but not on their EVs. In fact, they made such a big loss on their EVs that it dragged everything down. That's what happens when you're ramping up. That's what happens when you don't make enough EVs. They simply don't make enough to be able to amortize costs. I mean, Chinese EV manufacturers have confirmed you need to make at least 500,000 EVs to even break even. That's if you're doing it well. But if you're not using lithium iron phosphate cells, which Ford don't yet, although they have signed a contract with CATL to build a new factory to build those batteries in the United States, which was a very smart move, then the cost to build the car is just too high, which is why there's only 2 car companies on the face of the earth that you'll know about or that you've heard about, Tesla and BYD, that currently make a profit selling electric cars. It's harder to do than what the media have been telling you. The reality is the media know almost nothing about EVs and about automotive technology. They pretend like they do, but they're just regurgitating things that they get told from that car company. That's what they're paid to do. How do they exist? Through advertising. Who pays for their advertising? Those car companies. Therefore, they just say what they're told to say. Between December 2022 and the present day, the Ford F-150 Lightning Pro now costs $4,000 more. But it's worth remembering that Ford actually paused production of the F-150 Lightning due to a fire in one of their cars recently, and they recalled only 18 of them. It was a pretty insignificant recall, really. It appears as though they fixed the battery issues that they discovered, and they discovered them quite quickly. That's pretty cool. Now, the entry-level Pro is the only trim to see a big price rise. The other vehicles, they do get a price rise as well, but much smaller than the entry-level version. Now, when this truck first came out, priced at $40,000 US, I said it was the biggest bargain of a century. That includes Chinese cars. That includes everything. It was. But unfortunately, it was short-lived. And even when I told you about it, it wasn't legit anyway, because even if you'd placed your order then, there's no way you could have gotten one for $40,000 US. You would have been simply put onto a waiting list with 200,000 other people in front of you, and you would have had to have paid whatever Ford is going to charge you when your name is called in 7 years. I'm joking. Of course, it won't take 7 years, more like 6. Joking, but a long time. Now, the Lariat kicks off now at $77,870. It was previously $76,000. So that one's only gone up by $1,600. the fully loaded Platinum is now $98,969. That's an increase from $98,000. So it's only gone up by just over $1,000. Now, how long will Ford be able to keep that price under $100,000? Well, I'm guessing not long, because when they're starting to move away from building so many gas-powered vehicles to EVs, they're going to keep on losing money and losing money and losing money. Now, they are investing. You've got to keep that in mind here. They're investing into electric trucks, into electric factories, car building factories, into new production lines, into new battery factories. That all costs money. Ford needs to get that money from somewhere. The Blue Oval says the reason is current material costs, market factors, and supply chain constraints. Well, it's worth pointing out that the cost of lithium battery grade material has come down by 50% in the last 3 months. So I'm not really convinced that's the reason. Lithium batteries have come down in price approximately across the market by 20%. So what it is Ford is just wanting to narrow its losses, which have been there since the start. So it's worth pointing out that the most popular model, the Lightning Pro, now starts at $61,870. That's $20,000 more than its April 2022 price tag. In fact, more than that, $21,870 more. That's a pretty big difference. That doesn't factor in the delivery fee, which is an additional $1,900 US. Is it still a good deal though? It is. It's still a good deal. There's just no question about it. I mean, look at Rivian's cheapest vehicle. It's smaller and it's more expensive. It's worth pointing out that Ford didn't actually increase the price of some of the other models. The XLT still starts at $65,370. The XLT High still costs $70,870. The extended range with the longer battery pack still costs $82,870. Now, that's the only version I would even consider out of all of these, because that gives you the bigger battery pack. With the other models, the cheaper models, you're getting the smaller pack. The range is not long enough, in my opinion, based on the charging speed of this car. Now, you're going to be driving one of these. If you're going to get one of these, you're probably going to regularly be driving it a bit further than the actual range you can get on this car. But because the charging speed is only 150 kilowatt, it would take a very long time to recharge a massive battery pack this size. In my opinion, you've got to go for the long range model if you're really sort of using this as a work truck. So $82,870 is the price, the cheapest price you can get for that long range version. Then there's the $87,870 Lariat extended range. To keep up with demand, because there's still insane demand for this vehicle, even with these price rises, that demand will still be there. Ford announced a production increase in December and 250 additional jobs at the Michigan facility in order to accommodate a third shift. The factory is currently operating 7 days a week on 10-hour shifts. The goal is to achieve a production rate of 150,000 trucks annually by this fall. In February, Ford announced that the F150 Lightning XLT and Mustang Mach-E Select trims will both be receiving less expensive LFP batteries next year to help lower costs. When Ford start using those LFP batteries, that's when they might be able to start actually breaking even, or maybe even making a profit on these vehicles. By that time, LFP batteries will have come down in price again more, because there's BYD, there's Goshen High Tech, there's CATL, the two biggest battery companies in the world that are making insane amounts of these batteries, and they cost around 30% less to make. Plus, the price of lithium has now come down 50%, meaning those battery packs prices will continue to come down. And with the advent of sodium batteries, it will put less price pressure and less actual demand on lithium batteries. Now, this is not something Toyota would tell you. They tell you, no, lithium, there's not enough lithium in the world to go around. There's not enough. Well, actually, that's a lie. There is more than enough. There's plenty to go around. There's enough of these pickup trucks to all be electrified. In fact, for every single one to be. So wait for those lithium iron phosphate batteries to come out. They're actually probably the better battery choice. That's what I'd be doing. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.